to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Achakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. And this lesson is going to be entitled, Real Men Want Exclusivity, which today's women does not offer. All right. And I'm doing this lesson, in a public place, for a particular circumstance, because of the particular circumstance. So I'm not, so I might talk a little bit low, but the bottom line is I'm just trying to get this video done and get this message across. The fact that they're not, these women of today are not exclusive, and this is what real men are looking for. I'm not talking about these cucks out here. I'm talking about real men. So let's go to the definition of the word exclusivity. Okay, so the word exclusivity means the practice of excluding or not admitting other things, and those other things meaning other men, right? So you're blocking the access, you're excluding them from getting to you. That's what a woman should be doing, and she does this in various ways. It's not just the fact, I didn't sleep with him. It's beyond sleeping with him, because sleeping starts with, first of all, it starts in the mind, and then there's particular actions that happen, whether it's a DM or a text, that leads to the sleeping. You don't just necessarily, unless you're dealing with a complete, a complete slur, right? Which most of them are anyway, but on, this could happen too, right? You just meet them that same day, and they bring them home and smash them, right? But there's a lot of times they happen in stages, There's texting a bit, and then all of a sudden that leads to something else, that leads to something else, that leads to adultery, right? A real woman, a woman who's in her right state of mind, she's going to try to block that from happening, right? Try to eliminate all of those avenues where Satan could enter, right? That's wisdom. Right? It says, number 2, it says restriction to a particular person, group, or area. Yeah, so she's supposed to be restricted from other men. Okay? Right? That's the point. I'm looking for some synonyms. I don't see any synonyms here, but that's the point. Right? That's why the scriptures speak about, if thou hast a wicked wife, keep her in, I know it says keep a wicked daughter, keep her in straitly, but it speaks about a wicked wife, where many hands are, where many hands are, KJV. Let me see. Okay, keep evil wife, where many hands are. That's it. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 42:7. It says, "Deliver all things." No, this is not what I'm looking for. What's going on here? Yeah, verse 6, right? Okay, 42:6. I don't know why it's giving me 42:7. Okay, let's go up. This is 42 and verse. This is a Sirach 42 and verse 6. It says, "Sure keeping is good where an evil wife is, and shut up where many hands are." Right, because you have an evil wife, she ain't righteous. Right, and the mass majority of these women are righteous. Even the mass majority of these women are wicked. Right. When you go to what King Solomon said, what did he say? He said, 1,000 out of 1,000 one have I found out of 1,000, but out of the women, I have not found one. Right. Hold on. This is Ecclesiastes 7:27. It says, "Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found." So he found one righteous man out of 1,000. Okay, but out of the woman, he has not found one righteous. Okay, out of those 1,000 women that he had, showing you what women are wicked by nature. Okay, all right. So it says, about fact, I'll read it in the NLT. It says, "This is my conclusion," right? Says the teacher. "I discovered this after looking at the matter from every possible angle," right? Because King Solomon was one who did a lot of experiments, a lot of case studies. All right, that's how he got a lot of wisdom. All right. It says, "Though I have searched repeatedly," right, through Yahweh Shem Shai, of course he got the wisdom, right? But the Lord used those case studies to build him up. It says, "Though I have searched repeatedly, I have not found what I was looking for. Only one out of 1,000 men is virtuous, but not one woman." Right? "But I did find this: the Most High created people." No, it didn't say people. It says man. When you read the NLT, it's, the KJV, the word is supposed to be man. The Most High created man to be virtuous. Okay? But they have each turned to follow their own downward path. And that is true. Okay? Men are righteous, are supposed to be righteous. Okay? Specifically Israelite men. But the woman is wicked. Okay? So when it says keep an evil woman, and that's speaking to the mass majority of you women, because the woman that you don't have to keep in or shut up, she's going to shut up herself. She's going to keep herself in. She's going to do it herself. She's going to prevent herself from ending up in those situations. There's a reason when you watch that show, and I watched this show, UDY on YouTube, and it shows you, the people cheating, so-called, they're committing adultery ultimately. I only watch the one when the man is testing their women. I don't watch the one where the woman is testing their man, because that's BS. A man cannot commit adultery by getting with another woman. The only way he commits adultery is if the woman has a husband. Okay? So, but the UDY, it shows you there's barely anyone. There's probably like one person I've seen on there that truly passed that test. That was one, and that was like the last episode, because I believe that was the last episode. That was the only one I ever seen that truly passed out of all those hundreds of whatever people that came on there. Because if you put the woman in that situation, in the right situation, with the right guy, with the right amount of money, the right amount of charisma, they're going to fail. They're going to fail. Okay? They're going to fail. Right? They're going to fail. It's very, very rare to see a woman that's gonna pass that, right? It's very rare, especially in today's day and age, because they're not exclusive. They're not only for you. Okay? If they were exclusive, then guess what? They would delete their social media, man. Right? Like the Apostle Gabar said, a woman with a social media is a red flag. But these hoes ain't gonna delete their social media. Okay? They're going to look at you like you're controlling or this or that, because they're indoctrinated, man. They're indoctrinated. And if she does do that, well, that's good. That's a good sign right there. That's a great sign. Okay? That she could be taken serious. And this is why these men don't really take these women serious, and they don't really adore these women as they used to. Okay? They're basically, when they deal with a woman now, they're dealing with a woman as long-term pussy. They're not looking at her for, they really care and cherish this woman. Real men, that is, men that are realist, men that understand the reality of the situation. They're not looking at it like that. They know that, if she bumps into Drake, she's gone. She's going to sleep with Drake, right? And this woman who they did interviews, and a woman said that in front of their man. Yeah, well, I mean, if Drake or one of these rappers came, I would cheat. And the man, if he asks the man, no, I would never cheat. I don't care who it is in front of me, right? Whether he's lying or not, that shows you the desperation of men today. That's a desperate state. Okay, that's a desperate state of mind. Okay, that first of all, as soon as your woman says something like that, you should leave her. That should be the end of the relationship, right? But not with these weak men today. No. Okay, why? Because they're scared of losing her. The fear of losing, right? The fear of losing, man. Okay, right? The fear of losing the woman. That's something that a real man shouldn't have. She should be in fear of losing you, right? Okay, right? Because what did the scriptures say, man? The scriptures say they were created for us. We're not created for them. They're created for us, man. Let's go to Genesis, the 2nd chapter, man. Okay, it's very backwards today, man. This is Genesis 2. This is verse 18, all right? Genesis 2 and 18, it says, and Yahweh power said, it is not good that the man should be alone, right? And this is why brothers, when they don't have a woman, right, they feel a particular way. Well, guess what? And I understand it 100%, 150%. This has been part of my walk as well, It's just the hardship of not having a woman, which I'm numb to it now. But, it's over 10 years I haven't been in a relationship, a true relationship, I smash, women here and there, but they're not, what do you call it? They're not solid. You know what I mean? They're not solid. Okay. That's the facts of the matter. But, I'm not talking about women necessarily. I'm talking about women that I actually spit game to and dealt with, but it hasn't been no solid relationships for over 10 years. So, that's what I've been dealing with. Okay. So I know brothers, especially when you're young, you go through that and it becomes very, very, it weighs in on you, weighs on you, because naturally a man is supposed to be with a woman. The Most High created woman for man. That's why there's more women than men. There's enough women for every man, but the circumstances that we're in right now is not ideal, right? So I don't fault no brother for feeling a particular way and I want to get away. I don't feel, but you can't. I'll say this: don't be in that spirit of, oh, this is the one. See, because I remember I was in that spirit at one time. That's a dangerous spirit to be in. That, oh, she might be the one spirit because she's giving you a particular. She might check all the boxes look wise, and then she's giving you energy like she deals with you. These women could turn on and off that energy at any time. That energy could be on. They might like you one time and then the next day they don't like you. So if you're following behind that and you're all invested, but then she's decides to switch that off, that's a dangerous place to be in. Okay, and that gives her power over you. So don't be in that, oh, this is the one spirit. Okay, there's no such thing as the one. All right. First of all, in the kingdom, there's going to be multiple. All right. Right. So that's why I tell brothers, man, certain brothers, we always met this woman. So fucking what? Okay. Guess what? You think you're the only dude she's talking to? You ain't the only guy she's talking to, man. What do you think? She was locked in her room for all these years, and or she was in a coma for all these years, or she was in the room locked up reading the Bible all day? No, she wasn't in. Then she saw you. She said, "Oh my goodness, this is all I've been looking for. It's all I've been looking for." Come on, man. They see they're on social media watching these different dudes, man. They got Drake, Future. These NBA players, they're watching these guys on social media. How the fuck are you the dream guy? That whole concept, that's a dead concept, man. Okay? Love at first sight and all that nonsense. Jake got to snap out of that shit. You got to snap out of that crap, man. That's not the right mindset. I remember I was in that simple-minded, stupid-ass mindset, and that shit didn't do nothing but lead to hurt. Okay? So now I'm numb to it. So when I deal with a chick, these chicks kind of, they basically say like I'm cold, but I'm not. And in a sense, I'm not cold in a weirdo type of way. Like I'm just in a sense like, yeah, okay. Like I can see through their BS, in other words. You know, when they bring some bullshit to me, you know? Type shit, you know? But anyway, it says, and Yahweh power said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him. So they were supposed to be our helpmeet. They were created to be our helpers. All right? So they were created for us. We weren't created for them. Okay? So their desire is supposed to be to us. It tells you that in Genesis 3, what's that, 16. Let's go. It says, unto the woman he said, this is Genesis 3:16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband. So their desire is supposed to be to us. It's supposed to be to the man. Okay, it's not supposed to be to their career, to their Instagram, to none of that BS. Okay, they're supposed to obey you more than they obey their boss at work. But will they do that? No, because you don't have the power yet. Okay, when we have the power, the scripture says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. And then we're not going to ask any questions, man. It's not going to be any, there's going to be commands and demands. Okay? That's what it's going to be. And he shall rule over thee. And that's the order that it was supposed to be in. Okay, but obviously it's not in that. So if your man tells you he wants you to delete all your social media accounts, or give him the access to the, you know, to the password to this and that, your bank account, whatever, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do that. Okay? You're supposed to do that. You know, if he says he wants you to give him your check every week, and you know, and you guys living together, you're supposed to do that, right? But are they gonna do that? No. Okay, no, they're not. Right? I don't know if I could trust him. So why the fuck are you sleeping with a guy you don't know you can trust? You don't know if his character is good enough for you to trust. If he's looking for your best interest, well, that's on you. You know. You're lowering your value, sleeping with a dude that you don't know if his character is decent, if he's gonna run away with the money, or go drink the money away or whatever. You know, you gotta examine these things as well. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, really, you're not even supposed to be choosing, to be honest. It's supposed to be the father. But if you are gonna choose, you choose with some type of sense. Speaking to you women, man. Okay, choose with some type of sense, man. Okay, because it's not expedient for you to be jumping from man to man to man. You're not designed to do so. That destroys you every time you do that. Okay, you know, and brothers got to choose wisely as well. You know, these women, these fucking hoes. It's not expedient, man. You want to try to get you more virtuous. I mean, more virtue. You know, I got Salaki. I gotta repent from that, because it's not. You ain't gonna really find. You're not gonna find no virtuous woman. The chances are you're not gonna find a virtuous woman. Just deal with the most decent that you can find, man. You deal with a bitch tattoos on her face. I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You met her it was the middle of winter. She got fucking pom pom shorts on. You know what I'm saying? What do you think is gonna come from that? What do you think is supposed to come from that? So the bottom line is, these women are not exclusive. So when that time comes and men, you know, the love of many wax cold, because the love of many is waxing cold now. The love of many is already waxing cold, but it's getting colder. The love between man and woman has waxed cold. This is Matthew 24 and 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. These men out here nowadays, they actually hate these women. I could say that. I admit it, right? The women say, oh, men hate women. Now they hate women, right? When you go back in the day, the 50s, the 40s, they didn't hate women. They loved women. Okay? They treated women like everyone, all of them was princesses almost. Okay? They loved women. Where do you think the concept of chivalry came from? That came from the Dark Ages. The concept of chivalry. But that's when women were actual women. Today, these are monsters, man. These are out of order, disrespectful fucking monsters. Right? When I get disrespected in public, I mostly get disrespected, like, you know, with attitude or something at a particular place disrespected more so from women than men, because men understand some type of respect and the dangers of disrespecting another man, especially if the man looks serious. But the women, they don't perceive that danger, because they don't fucking think. All right. So that's where I get the majority of the disrespect from. So these women today ain't women. Okay, we're talking about a time when chivalry was invented, when a woman would call the men lords. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. So did they look at themselves as equal to the man at that time? No. They were thinking about themselves in the proper perspective. If you look at them today, they're not thinking of themselves in the proper perspective at all. Completely backwards. Their ego is inflated to the moon. Let's look up that word ego, man. I mean, it really can you blame them? Can you imagine? Listen, imagine. Okay, ego. Imagine you getting fucking thousands and thousands of likes every day. Cause dudes, even the celebrity, the only ones that could compete with these women with DMs and likes, I'm talking about a regular average woman that's a fucking 6 or a 5, is celebrities. Celebrity men. That's the only ones that could compete with these women. You got to be an actual celebrity. Okay? So them having a social media page, you're already at a disadvantage, and their egos already through the fucking stratosphere, man. Just walking down the street because they get hollered at consistently. So this is all fucking with their sense of self, because they weren't taught correctly, man. Right? And then the movies build them up too. So it's too much. It's too much. So their mind is completely warped in this society. Completely, 100%. 100%, man. Okay? So you sisters, don't fucking get caught up with this witchcraft that's going on out here, man. Don't get caught up with this fucking witchcraft. Remember the scriptures, man. Remember what the scriptures say. Remember the ways of the scriptures is the correct way. That's the way that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through his son, Yahweh Shai, set it up to be. This is the correct way. It says, seek ye the old paths. Don't fall into this new age feminism bullshit. Okay? Because that's going to lead you to death. You understand? It says, this ego says a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. So their understanding of self-esteem and self-importance is through the roof. Okay? And you brothers, it's been diminished. Your self-esteem is lower than what it should be. Okay? As in you being an Israelite man. And these women, their self-esteem is higher than what it should be. You see? So it's completely backwards. Okay? So, right? Ego goes into the etymology is I, right? Or self. Right? So that's what it is, man. And they're all about themselves. They're not thinking about you. Their whole thing is they're looking for a guy to provide. The nigga woman, their favorite term is a provider. I'm looking for a provider. But then they don't say nothing that they fucking provide. They don't say nothing that they fucking got to give to a man that's providing. Well, I'm here. My pussy's here. You fucking losers. You losers. You know? He's supposed to provide and do all this and that. You live in a soft girl life. And what the fuck do you do? Are you there knitting clothes together? Are you making them custom clothes? Are you fucking, you know what I'm saying? Are you making sure every bathtub water is drying by the time you got home? No, you're fucking not. All right? Are you know what I'm saying? Are you there ready to go at every time? Are you ready to go? Are you ready to please that man at every second, every breath and beck and call? Are you ready? With a smile on your face? No. But he got to provide and protect and risk his life for you and all this shit. But you ain't got nothing to fucking offer, man. That's why when that time comes, man, these men ain't gonna give a shit about you, man. When all hell breaks loose, don't be thinking, oh, where's the chivalry at? There's not gonna be no chivalry, because right now these men got an extreme hatred for you, and you don't understand that. You do not understand the danger in that. Huh? You do not understand the danger in that until all hell breaks loose. Okay? A lot of that reproach is going to come from these men saying, oh, I thought you guys were independent. I thought you guys were this, thought you guys were that. All right? Hey, man, it's about to get serious. It's about to get serious. And guess what? We can't wait. We cannot wait for it to get serious. Okay? We can't wait for all hell to break loose, man. Okay? Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. 2 Ezra 16. You know. This is 2 Ezra 16. In verse This is verse 33. Matter of fact, I'll start at 32. It says, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old. In her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. This is when society completely breaks down. And you got these well-kept streets that you live in these first world countries. You know, thorns are going to be growing out of the streets. Or weeds rather, you know, and different things like that. Okay, all right. It's going to be very unkept because there ain't going to be no one to keep it because of the great tribulation, the famine, the death, and so on and so forth. This is what's coming, man. Right. So if you were smart, you would be looking to attach yourself to a man of the Lord, thinking you go, oh, well, the Lord's with me. Okay, we'll fucking see, man. Because even the men of the Lord, it says they're going to be affrighted. So what the fuck you think you're going to turn to Zena, the warrior, man? You ain't turning into fucking Zena, man. Okay? The scripture said that you shall be saved through childbearing, man. Right? Go to your local city, man, and you know. Shit, if I was you, man, hey, man, I'll be looking for one of them brothers, man. You know, and come in the right spirit and the right mindset, man. It says the virgin, well, we're looking towards our husband, which is Yahweh Shai. We're attaching ourselves to Yahweh Shai right now. It says the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. So they're gonna mourn, not having men, not having husbands. Why? Because they're gonna want that protection. They're gonna understand that, we need men. Yeah, that's when this shit's gonna fucking click. The reality is gonna hit them like a ton of bricks. Okay. It says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. But these, like I said, these women are not exclusive. So these men don't give a shit about y'all, because you're not fucking exclusive, man. You know how warm it is to the heart for a woman to say, nah, I ain't, I'm not dealing with no man. I only deal with my husband. Ask my husband. You know how that, when I see that happen, you look at the man's face, he got a smile like a from ear to ear when she says that shit, because that's like a wow, I really got me a real one. Okay, like that, like the pop the balloon, that one chick, I forgot her name. I should try to remember her name, but there was two chicks that were somewhat decent, and the first one was the best one, and they kind of look like they could be sisters, like mixed Jake women, and when they, first of all, when he got the woman, the other dude was mad that he got the woman because she was actually showing signs of virtue. Damn, hey brother, maybe I'll do a lesson on that chick, or pull up the video at some point. And she was wearing like a tan dress, a tan colored dress, and she was saying things. Oh, I'm, serve my husband and follow my husband's lead, blah blah. She was saying the right things. She was saying it with sincerity. So I was like, damn, oh shit. I'm like, pop the balloon. It's a real one. And guess what? She chose a dude, and she chose the dudes based upon, their responses. She wasn't being shallow. It wasn't, he was under 6 foot. And the same thing with the other chick that looked like her sister, that was actually the second best one. She chose the shortest guy, and the guy was short. He was significantly shorter than her, because she was choosing based upon what his response. Even the dude beside him was surprised. He was surprised, because she wasn't choosing based upon the fucking how tall he was. He's a trucker. Nah, I need a better lifestyle. No, she was choosing on virtue. Okay, so anyways, the first one now, right? She said all those things showing that she's in a right mindset. And then when he came back to the show, he had a big ass smile on his face from ear to ear, man. This guy couldn't stop smiling. He was trying to be stoic, but he couldn't stop smiling, man, because he felt like he got a real one. And then when she made one particular statement, she said, oh yeah, and then she's like, what's the thing you got, like fame and blah blah blah, has it been crazy on Instagram from since you've been on the show? And she said, which that's not good to have an Instagram, but whatever, guess what? She might, if he told her to delete it, she might delete it. She's like kind of on that, like she seems like that type. So, but ultimately, she said, yeah, you got people DMing me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because don't you see that I already got my match? Don't DM me because I already got my match. Don't you see I already got my match? And you should see how that, you could tell that warmed up the man's spirit, because that's a sign of what? That's a sign of exclusivity. That's a sign of exclusivity. Okay, her saying that, because she's saying, listen, don't try to talk to me because I already got my match. That's a sign of exclusivity, which the mass majority of these women today do not have. They're not exclusive at all. At all, man. Okay? This is why you can't take them serious. It's a wham, bam, thank you, man. It's a wham, bam, thank you, man. I gotta say it like Dr. Umar. I gotta say it twice. All right, that's what they are. Okay, the real men only really their wifey alert goes off to women that are exclusive, women that show signs of like she's looking at you in a particular plate, but then she looks at another dude. When she looks at me and then she looks at another dude and gives him eye contact, that's a turn off to me. That is a fucking turn off. Okay, yeah, I'm like she's for the streets. Just something simple like that. Why? Because it's a lack of exclusivity. Okay? She's talking to you, and then you talk to her, and then you find out, oh, she got another dude. I was talking to this guy, just a fucking week ago. That's a turnoff. That's a lack of exclusivity, man. But that's the thing, man. That's the thing. These chicks of today, they lack that. That's not something that, because they have too much access. Anyways, I want to go on a fucking rant about these fucking... Anyways, with that, I'm going to close up, man. But that's the bottom line. Real men appreciate exclusivity. That's what makes you valuable to them. The exclusiveness of you. Okay? When you fucking for the streets, all right, are you too fucking open and accessible to every fucking body? Your value is low to these men. Okay, and I'm gonna teach you something else. The thing that makes you attractive to I'm talking about a real man. You guys have to understand, eh? I'm not this guy, no, he's not attracted to that. Well, maybe he's a mo. Okay, you ever think about that? Huh? Maybe he was raised by his mama. You think about that? Anyways, another thing that's really attractive to a real man is submission. You know how attractive to be a real submissive woman, a woman that says certain things that are submissive? You know how attractive that is? That is supremely attractive. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Supremely. And I'll leave it at that. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom.